Hey everyone, welcome back to Cards in the Wall. So, this is a special extra video here because we had such an electric finish at Sunday's Kansas race. And if you haven't seen, spoiler alert, Kyle Larson wins with the closest finish in NASCAR history. Yes, that's right. Good old Kyle Larson gets another fantastic win. And so, in honor of that, we're going to go ahead and open up two 2022 blasters with Kyle on the front, as you can see there. We'll give it a quick look, see what kind of cards we can get today. But yeah, the closest finish in NASCAR history was .001. Prior to that, the next closest finish is the 2003 Darlington finish, and that was 002. So yeah, quite the event. So tearing into the first blaster box here today. There's our packs. Go ahead and set these down. So yeah, that's quite a finish. If you haven't watched the race, I mean, hopefully it doesn't take them too long to go ahead and put that up. But I was reading on a news posting on NASCAR.com that they said that the difference between Chris Buescher and Kyle Larson's splitter was less than 1 inch. So that is less than the thickness of this card. I mean, what in the world? So, Kevin Harvick up in the booth there. But yeah, so I mean, what an amazing finish. I mean, you can't beat that. This car is just so good on mile and a halves. I just really miss. I really miss how good the car used to be on short tracks. Those were the ones that I would always tune in for, was the short tracks. Oh, got our relic here. Daniel Hemrick. Wow, look at that. That's a piece of sheet metal there. 2 colors, the red and the blue. Very nice. Daniel Hemrick with the relic. It's not numbered, but I mean, I will take that. That's a 2-color. Go ahead and put Daniel here. That's a 2-color relic. That's very nice. Appreciate that a lot. Sheldon Creed there. And hey, look at this one. Brad K. Back when he was still in the 2. Look at that checkered flag foil there. Love to see it. But yeah, man, it's really a shame Ford. I mean, you know, they've been really getting beat on some of these close finishes here. And you got to wonder, like, is it time to worry for Ford? Do you sound the alarms and whatnot? I don't know. I personally, I don't think so. I think they'll be okay. Mainly because, they didn't win anything or much of anything last year. And then, Ryan Blaney wins the championship. And when Joey got his second championship in 22, I mean, it was kind of the same deal. Like, no one was really talking about Joey, and then he comes out, wins his way down through the playoffs, and then next thing you know, he's the 2022 champion. So it's a nice card for Jimmy. I know he got kind of a championship drive there. I know he got kind of wrecked out of the race. He lifted, and my boy Corey LaJoie kind of ran into the back of him. And I don't know if you guys saw that clip of Jimmy standing there on the apron, just kind of giving Corey LaJoie the sad face as he went on by. But it's really unfortunate for Jimmy. I mean, some people say you kind of wish to see him back when he was, in his prime, and, seeing the 7-time struggle with a new car. He doesn't have, he's not in it every week. He's not picking it up. I mean, he did run better this week than he had in any of the other races. So I guess there's that. But yeah, it's tough to see old 7-time just kind of out there, borderline floundering. Under the lights, look at this Jeff Gordon car. I love the blue, the old Pepsi Flame there. Man, that's actually a great looking card. I really like that one. Missed the old design of the car too there, though, with the old wheels. I mean, my channel logo has one of those old wheels. So I really like those. That was always like the quintessential NASCAR wheel. And, of course, now we have something that's, I get it, it's more akin to the, the road car, and that's fine. So, just, I guess I'm kind of a homer. I kind of like the old version, the old school version, But the new car, I mean, there's certainly nothing that wrong with the new car. It's growing on me as we go through the years here. William Byron, Christopher Bell, Under the Lights, Tony Stewart. That's very nice. Orange border there. Got a number on that one? Nope. And Joey's Daytona 500 card. So that was the first blaster there. Looking at this second one, we know we're going to get probably a relic here. It's very rare, I would say, that you get an autograph. I mean, it is possible. I did get one earlier this year on the channel. It was a Ryan Vargas autograph out of a blaster. So, we take them where you can get them, but really not expecting to see one today. There he is, Kyle Larson. Like I said, the width of these cars, it's 2.5 by 3.5, if I'm not mistaken. And yeah, so the margin of victory, the distance between the two splitters was less than the width of this card, less than half the width of this card, if you can imagine that. So, last couple ones in that one, Austin Dillon, and that's a nice Dale Jr. There you go, Elite Series. Getting a lot of the checkered flag foils in these two boxes. It's kind of nice. It's a nice, you really can't do that with other sports, that just wouldn't make sense, but it's a great pattern for racing, obviously. So, Zane Smith, Ryan Vargas, just talking about his auto. Okay, here's our relic, Brad Keselowski. And wow, race day relic. So that looks like a tire. And look at that. That's the throwback to the old Rusty Wallace Miller Genuine Draft paint scheme there. And yeah, that's a cool looking card. I love the throwback there, the race suit and everything. I mean, that just looks great. So yeah, two really nice relics actually out of both of these boxes here. So I love to see that. Speaking of, oh, look at this one. We got here, Victory Lane, Ryan Blaney. Look at him go. If only he knew in this picture in a couple years he'd be champion. Do you think he had any idea? I'm sure he had hopes. But anyway, yeah, so speaking of throwbacks, Darlington Throwback Weekend coming up. I always love to see the old paint schemes on the track. Throwbacks. Hendricks brought the heat this year, but I also saw Brad Keselowski, speaking of Brad, Mr. Relic up there. He's got another great throwback of the old Toyota Celica, the Castrol paint scheme. So I think that'll be a fantastic one to see out there. And, really love, I think who is it, Eric Estep usually does a video on his channel that, he'll go down and rank all of the throwback paint schemes. So I'm looking forward to watching that video and seeing all the ones that I missed. But let me know what your favorite throwback was for Darlington in the comments there. Oh, Brad Keselowski again. But yeah, let me know which one you liked. I'm a sucker for the old Jeff Gordon rainbow scheme, but there's been some really good ones over the years. Some of the Richard Petty ones too looked really great. So yeah, let me know. Corey Heim there. Did good filling in for the 43 this weekend, too. I saw him up towards the top 15 or so. So, good run there. Brad Keselowski. There's good old Bubba Wallace, Race Kings. Mark Martin. Martin Truex Jr. Man, I'm pretty sure Martin would have run Denny down. I mean, he was really making a run for it there at the end of the race. And he was coming fast. And I think, had we not had that caution for Kyle Busch, I think he being Martin Truex could have got it done. So, man, another one slips through the fingers of bad luck for Martin Truex Jr. Race Kings, Terry Labonte. Speaking of throwbacks, gotta love the Kyle Larson throwback of that one. I mean, my goodness, that is an absolute fantastic paint scheme. Legendary, in my opinion. I always remember that one, and I mean, you can't get any better than that one. I mean, that's quite a classic, and it will be great to see that design back out on track. We've got the white flag, checkered flag pack here. Last one of the day. Like I said, thanks for joining me on this special little tribute video for the closest finish in NASCAR history. Will we get Kyle Larson in the last pack? Kevin Harvick? No. Christopher Bell. But we get the reigning champion, Ryan Blaney. There we go. So that'll do it for today. Thanks for joining me. Next video will still be Friday as scheduled. But until then, see you later. Have a good week.